think we were headed back to Yartar,
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
keeping an eye out for the giant who was supposed to meet us on the way to Waterdeep.
Harshnag, I think, right?
Harshnag, I can never remember his name.
It's all good. Frost Giant, I believe, right?
Right.
Hey, right. All right. So as you guys continue to travel back to Yartar, it was about a day's travel between, so you are able to kind of travel through the times. Really not much happens on the way. Again, I think it was fairly cool or calm or cool and cloudy the day before. It had rain that night, and it continues to be kind of coolish temperature now. You make it into Yartar without any issues. So you see the castle. The tower at the opening on the west side of the city is noted to have its damage from the bronze dragon who hit it. There is the bridge there. You do see the Yartar guards that are there as well. And they let you into the city without any issues. It is fairly late, but no problems with travel.
All right. Well, do we have a map of Yartar?
We do have a map of Yartar.
I'm going through the 10.
I think I unshared it so that way you weren't. It wasn't causing people to lag.
Is that Yartar? Oh, but did we go back to Yartar?
I think you
Where the
guys.
hell are we?
You just went back to Yartar.
Oh, I could go back to the boats then.
You could.
That's a really cool token you have there for the party there, Greg.
I think it's there, right? I think we have it on there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That's a cool token.
It is a cool token. Yeah, you can definitely. So when you kind of walk in, Melton, you do see, though, however, it is night, and you remember that the boat does travel at night, and unfortunately the boat is not docked when you come into town.
Okay. Yeah. No boats tonight. What we do? I forgot. What are we coming back here for?
I don't remember. I thought you knew.
I thought we were coming back to the gambling boats. Maybe it was William that wanted to come back here.
No, we had to come back north because somebody told us. Oh, you know what? Doratha told us, I think.
Yes.
Told us to go to Daniver's house in Everland.
Correct.
Who's Dratha? And where's Everland?
North?
Well, we can get supplies and maybe see if we could go down and check on that fish dude again, and then head out if he's not there. I doubt he's there.
Yeah, Usith.
Usith.
Since we're riding in his cart.
Very fine cart, too.
That we paid like 10 times what it's worth.
You paid a lot. But it's a very fashionable cart. And you have a hidden compartment that you can hide that big adamantine ring in.
True.
Hey, where do we find this ring at?
You found it.
That was in the last town. Remember, we had to dig it up.
Oh, that's right. Hey, William, I think you ought to sell that. Yeah, I think we should sell that ring.
I think William's going to try to make that into like a breastplate or something, wasn't he?
Yep, he's trying. I think he's trying to put it into his half plate, which I did research, but we'll talk about it next week. So he will be able to break it down, but it'll be it's going to be challenging for him. So
Well,
So
tell him that
no,
only.
don't sell it.
Just tell him that he can either pay 5 gold or 5 million copper pieces, and he'll pay the 5 million copper pieces.
Right?
Or 50 copper pieces. 5 gold or 50 copper pieces. He'll pay 50 copper pieces.
Probably will.
Eh, eh, Greg, did you put a mechanic in to roll for Rolena's staff?
I did. You probably don't. I don't have a mechanic necessarily, but I have a table that you can roll on. Thank you for reminding me. Perfect. Thank you. So it's be some sort of a avian type of thing. Now the way that works is if you use that wild shape, he still can't fly, but he can actually be that creature. So it'll be on the ground as that creature, but he can't use the fly stat.
Yeah, I figured.
So that's how that works.
Oh, shit. Errol's way over there. It's to the northeast.
Yeah, you're looking at the map now.
Yeah. I see it. We got to go through, like, Calling Horns and Olson's Holes near there, and then all the way up to Everland.
It is a travel. Yep.
Yeah, it's around elves, too. Good Lord.
What's wrong with elves?
Other than they're elves.
Relania is an elf. She seems
Yep.
okay.
Your backyard.
Evermore's may be interesting. Looks like a lizard folk home.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess we'll get a room for the night, and then we can continue on our journey.
All right, sounds good. So I assume you guys are going to stay at the same place where you stayed before?
I like that place.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a pretty neat place, right? So you guys go back down through the tunnel and back to these rolling wooden doors. The door opens up and you see the half-orc kind of sitting there. It seems like he's always sort of sitting there and says, back another day, huh?
Well, yeah.
You only were gone 2 days.
Well, we're efficient.
I guess so. Same rooms?
If they're available.
Always available. I put them aside for you guys. You're becoming pretty famous, you know.
Yeah, you heard of us?
I heard about the battle over at Tribor. Couple fire giants.
Yeah, did you hear about Golden Fields?
They say it was your work.
Yeah, did you hear about the fire giant hill or the hill giant fort thing that we went in there and cleared?
Nah, haven't heard anything about that yet, but if you say it's true, it must be true.
Yeah, we're trying to think of a good name for our group.
I can't help you, but every group has a good name, that's for sure. You going to kill all these giants? Because, man, it'd be nice not to have them around.
William pipes up and says, as long as there's a bounty.
Nice. He's like, I'm sure there will be, all right?
I just got to figure out that somebody has to have diminution potions or something, or reducing a large spell so we can reduce the size of their head so I can tote them around easier.
Maybe you'll find a wand or some magic thing that'll make it do that, so...
That sure would be handy.
Yeah. He says, well, remember, it's 1 gold a night.
Stig pipes up. William said he was going to pay this round.
Excellent. So that'll be 5 gold. Puts his hand out towards William.
William throws down the 5 gold. William's like, are you sure that I'll give you say 100 silver pieces. Let's make a deal.
Fine, deal. 100 silver pieces. I'll take them.
All right.
He says, take your horses and your wagon. You can park them over there, and there's a kind of an area off to the side. You didn't see it before, but underneath there, they do have stabling that's underground there. The passage wide enough to bring your horses down. And he says, it's included in the cost, and make sure you get maybe a big bowl of mash this time, or maybe some steak and kidney mushroom pie. It's really good.
Are the kidneys cooked?
Well, they don't have to be.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to try that.
All right. He says, it's 9 silver, but if you don't want it cooked, I guess we'll give it to you for 8.
I thought they charge extra for grossing out the rest of his
His comrades.
yeah, his comrades.
So, and then he says, "Yeah, feel free." And he says, "Pretty busy tonight. Lots of people passing through."
Anybody of interest?
Now, you know I'm not going to tell you that. That's the best part about Beldar's Rest. Everything's very discreet.
I'm sure it is. And I hold out a gold piece and drop it in his palm. I'm like, I'm sure you couldn't tell us anything.
And he kind of takes the gold piece and he puts it in his pocket, and you see he takes his hand out and he kind of comes over and he kind of leans to you, Melton. And as you do that, you see him kind of fiddling with his other hand, and he takes something out and he says, "I have something for you. Really important." He puts his hand out towards you to hold your hand out.
I shake his hand.
You feel a coin that's in your hand. He says, "I can't be bought." And he gives it back to you and he says, "Please enjoy the night." You see one gold piece in your hand.
Well, I can. What do you want me to do?
He looks to you and he says, "I want you to spend lots of money and buy lots of food. Oh, and you don't look like a ale or a wine kind of guy. You look more like an ale. Is that right?"
Of course I do.
"Yeah, Golden Gulp. Head on over. Pretty good."
Yeah, who's your most hardiest drinker in the joint?
I don't know. You'll have to look around and see.
All right.
And he kind of looks to the rest of you and he says, "Try the slow green ale or wine. It's really good."
The slow green? Where'd that come from?
"I make it myself." Kind of throws a big toothy smile.
Well, then I definitely will have to try it.
It's an acquired taste, but it's good. You'll like it. You see that the inn is pretty busy. You see various people kind of milling about, and nobody really of interest that you noticed previously. But you do see kind of people walking around. And Melton, you do notice that there's one young lady that you see that you recognize. She has a scar kind of cutting up the side of her face, kind of up towards her eye from her mouth. And she's kind of talking with some people at a table. It doesn't really seem to pay you any attention as you guys walked in.
Where do I know her from?
You know her from Yartar. She was this amazing thing that was in a picture, and then she came out of the picture, and then she went back in the picture like a portrait.
Oh, I bump Barry, and I'm like, isn't that your friend over there?
Yeah, that's Sally.
Otherwise, the rest of the room looks just like normal kind of activity.
So I'll head over to where Sally is.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello, how are things in Yartar since I've been gone?
Sally kind of looks. She says, "Well, hello. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you." She's like, "Please, have a seat." She kind of pulls up a chair. Says, "You've only
Anything interesting going on?
I think you've been gone a day or two, haven't you?"
Yeah, we had to take a trip down to Tribor.
How'd that go? "Oh, I heard there was some giants down there, I heard."
Not anymore.
My girl, nice job. All your work?
Well, my friends did most of the work.
That's all right. I'm sure you helped out. So she says, she kind of calls over and she's like, "We need another slow green wine. Bring it on over." Oh, and she kind of says, "Tell me, how did it all go?"
Went well. We didn't find who we were after, but...
Who are you looking for?
Italia? Have you heard her?
Oh, yeah, the purple dress lady.
Yeah, exactly.
She's never been back. We haven't seen her here either. You think she ran back to Waterdeep or someplace else?
Most likely Waterdeep, but we kind of got sidetracked and have a tip leading us further up to the northeast.
Oh, really? You heading to Silvery Moon or where?
No, heading over to Everland.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to be honest. My rats really haven't had a chance to get a hold of Harshnag. We had talked about it, but they can't find him.
Well, that's a good thing then, since we're not heading to Waterdeep like we told you.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But maybe he was tromping around in the Evermoors, I heard. So maybe you'll see him up there someplace.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure why you're sent to Everlund, but yeah, maybe there's somebody, some grander plan working.
There always is.
Always. Hey, I appreciate what you did down in the sewers, by the way. Sounds like the noble folk aren't being taken away anymore, so strong work.
Well, I feel like we didn't quite finish that since the monster thing got away.
Well, if we have any more troubles, we'll send one of my little rats to find you. I have reaches kind of throughout all of the Sword Coast, so I'll be able to find you. And you see they bring over a glass of what looks like a thick green liquid, and they kind of set it down in front of you. And the barkeep gentleman says, slow green wine. Hope you enjoy. He kind of walks away.
Is it like thick liquid?
Yeah, it's like, really thick. Green colored. I mean, it's definitely a liquid, but it's sort of a mixed, who knows what's in it type of thing. It smells it has kind of like a really sweet smell to it, almost like almonds. What's the rest of the group doing? Stig, what you up to?
Stig's eating some of those kidney beans. I just
Nice.
took 8 silver out.
Oh, nice. Are you sitting with Barry over there? Or?
Oh yeah, I'll go sit with Barry and Sally, and Relena's gonna retreat to her room with a kale salad.
All right.
All organic.
Sounds good. All right, so she does, and they even give her a little bit of a rice, lentil, and onion soup that she can take with her too. And then you see that William, they have a long skewer of chicken hearts. Would you be interested in that? It's a foot-long skewer. They're cooked though, so I figured Stig wouldn't be interested. Sure, William's interested. So you guys kind of sit down, and you kind of get this waif of this the smell of raw kidneys, Barry, and Scimitar Sally kind of looks to you and she says, "Oh my God, what is he eating?"
It's best not to ask and not to look.
It's bad enough cooked. I can't imagine eating it raw.
At least they're not fingers.
That's true. She kind of takes a sip of her slow green wine as well, and just kind of sits back and she says, it's nice not to have much business to do, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. We always have business going.
Yeah, someday you'll retire. Remember, you need to come back to Yartar when you do. Melton, you kind of look around and try to see if there's anybody that's a big drinker or looks like kind of a stouty drinker there. I assume that's kind of what your perception roll was for, is that right?
I am.
So you see a small halfling sitting over there at the bar. Seems to be throwing back quite a few drinks. Kind of talking with people. It's very kind of playful, kind of teasing people. You hear people laughing occasionally on times. The halfling is noted to have kind of a sort of a yellowish blonde hair. And seems to be very smiley and playful and interactive, and is kind of dressed in some lavish clothes too, as he's sitting there.
Yeah, I'll go up there to him.
Alrighty. And you kind of hear him talking about, he's like, yep, that's exactly what happened. Yep, 14 rats I squished. It was pretty fun.
All right, you're a rat squisher?
Oh, yeah, I do that some from time to time. Nice to meet you. You're a weird color. What's the matter? Are you sick?
It's this color here is because I can't drink very well. The sunlight interferes with my ability to drink and stuff.
Oh, geez, that's not good. You can't drink?
Well, I can, but I seem to sometimes get a little tipsy and I kind of stagger around a little bit.
Oh, that's not good. Not good at all.
And I'm like, so I was wondering if do you like to accept a little challenge and see if you want to try to drink with me? It's
What do you want me to drink?
I guess we could drink Gold Cup, couldn't we?
Golden Glob's expensive, don't you think? Besides, I hear the people at Golden Fields are not very good at making it. They've started putting some additive in it that's not good.
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, we could drink some of Beldar's ale. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we could do that then.
Alrighty. So they kind of set down. He orders a couple for you, and they kind of set it down there. And he kind of pushes the coin across, and he says, "To friends, what's your name?"
Oh, my name's Melton Bingles.
Well, nice to meet you, Melton Bingles. And kind of taps the cup and starts to drink. Oop, 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 oop.
Yep, I go ahead and drink a little bit down.
All right, gotcha. So this is kind of a stronger than what you would expect. It's kind of got sort of a burning sensation, almost like like a medicine drink, and then also has real smoky taste. It's kind of got sort of like a mesquite type taste to it.
You know, I would really appreciate that if I was one of those fancy beer drinkers. But I drink Coors Light. That's as good as it gets.
It's definitely not Coors Light, that's for sure. So, so he kind of keeps putting it back and drinking. He says, this is excellent, excellent stuff.
Well, I'll order a large flagon or a pitcher of it, and I'm like, I pull out my little handy dandy tankard. Like that. I like having a little game, a contest maybe, and a drinking contest. What do you say?
Ooh, okay, if you want to.
Well, I'm sure we have to put a wager on this. So what would you like to wager?
I don't really have a lot of money. I'm willing to wager. Kind of reaches in his bag and is kind of feeling around, and he pulls out this. It almost looks like a kid's doll, and he sets it on the counter. He says, "I'll give you my doll. What do you think?"
I'll look at it very closely. Does it look very similar to William's doll?
No, not really. This looks like somewhat like a large half-orc kind of shape in it, and he's dressed in like clothing that looks like armor. And he's got it kind of sitting there.
William comes over. He's like, "Hey, Melton, I'd really like to have that dolly. If you think you can win it."
Sounds good. And so he kind of he says, "Okay, let's do it." He says, "Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Solagola."
Solagola?
Yeah, Solagola.
Where are you from, Solagola?
Around. I mean, I visit everywhere really, but I guess Long Saddle's where I was last. I just kind of travel around quite a bit.
So what do you know from up Long Saddle way?
A lot of giants. Frost giants have been coming down there, kind of fighting around. It's really weird. They never used to come past the spine. Bizarre, don't you think?
So Melton, he kind of stands up. He's like, there's a challenge here that this guy's going to try to drink me under the table. Anybody want to take any bets that he can drink me under the table?
Sure. So you see about 7 people kind of step up, and they are like, "Yeah, we'll take that bet."
Well, what are you betting?
All right. They said they bet a gold apiece.
All right, I'll go for it.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Are they betting against him?
So that's a great question. Do you want high or low, Melton?
High.
Alrighty, so they are betting against him.
All right, I'll bet for him.
Oh, nice. All right, so
I want in on this.
Oh, there you go. So, Sologo kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, hi, another halfling. Nice to meet you." And kind of jumps off the table, wipes his hands on his pants, and puts his hands out. "Yeah, hey, wow, yeah, you're betting for me? No, you're betting against me. Wait, we halflings have to stick together."
I feel bad because nobody's betting for him.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. He kind of jumps back up into the chair. He says, all right, let's do this.
All right. I look at the barkeep there. It's like, just keep the flagons coming.
Okay.
And
all right.
I'll pour him some in his stein, and I'll pour some in my little tankard.
All right, gotcha. So he grabs his stein, and as he does, you notice he reaches and he hits it on accident, and it falls, and liquid kind of pours off the bar. He goes, "Oh, rats! Sorry about that."
I pour him another one.
He says, "Thank you," and he kind of reaches for it and throws it back pretty quickly. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff.
And I'll throw it back.
All right, sounds good. He's kind of sitting there, and he's like, "So when does this stuff start to work?"
I don't know.
Me either. This is really weird. And so you guys continue to kind of throw back, and you get into I don't know, quite a few drinks, to be honest with you. And you notice that about 14 drinks in, you guys are about at the same space in sobriety. He doesn't appear to be affected by it at all, and he's like, "Man, you really can drink."
Man, so can you.
I know. We should be best buddies. Have we met before?
I don't think so.
You look familiar. Maybe we haven't. And he's like, "Bring another round." And so another round comes, and ends up being about 7 more rounds in, and you both seem to be both unaffected. He's like, Are you a magic user?"
Well, not really.
Well, because nobody ever drinks this much compared to me. And I'm a magic user.
No, so what are you casting a spell?
No, I don't cast any spells. Magic users are tough. They have high fortitudes.
Oh, well. I do dabble in magic here and there.
See, I thought so. He says, well, what do you think? How many more drinks till we call a draw?
One more.
One more drink. Okay, all right, let's do it. I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
So he throws back, and he kind of throws one down. He looks, he says, "Okay, I'm ready."
And I go, What?
Huh?
What's
happened?
that over there?
What? He turns around, he looks the other way.
I cast sleep.
All right, sounds good. So go ahead, and I assume it's centered on him.
And it is. It's
All right.
centered on him.
Okay.
Oh, this is probably going to go bad.
Barry, how many hit points do you have? Let's see.
I
Barry will be
have
fine.
38.
Yeah, unless he rolls a 40, which it'll knock out all the other people first anyways. Okay, so you cast sleep, and what's the range on that? I forget.
It's a 20-foot radius.
It's a 20-foot radius. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. And there is, yeah. So all of a sudden you see about 8 people sort of collapse, and Sogolas kind of looks back and he goes, "What? What happened?
I told you, look over there.
All these people
are
fell
falling
asleep. They're all sleeping."
They must have been drinking too much of this stuff.
That's really weird. Huh. Wow. I didn't even know you were buying them drinks too.
Well, I'm back-
what
I'm
were
back-
you buying? What drink were you buying?
This stuff right here.
And the barkeep kind of looks and says, "Beldabar's ale?"
Man, that's strong stuff. Look at what happened.
Wow, that is strong stuff. Why don't you go ahead and give me deception, Barry?
I could do that.
Nice. So Stig's waking everybody up. They're all like, "What happened? Oh my gosh, I need to go to bed. It's so sleepy." And the barkeep says, "It is strong, no doubt about it." Interesting. All right. And the halfling kind of looks around and says, "Oh, well, I gotta go. It's time to go to bed. Everybody's sleepy." Reaches over,
All
shakes Melton's hand. Melton, as you shake hands, you kind of get a good look, and you see the eyes. They're also the kind of a real strong yellow type color to them. And you see a little wink at you and says, "All right, we'll see you later. Take it easy."
What does that mean? That his liver's gone?
I don't know. No, the whites of the eyes aren't yellow. Just the iris part, the color part, are kind of a bright
okay.
yellow color. So.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to him real quick. Stig's gonna wave him over.
All right. He kind of walks over. He says, "Hey, what's up?"
Hey, you're wandering around playing with the soft skins, huh? It's good seeing you again.
Yeah. Good to see you too. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Where did we meet?
Have you seen any good caravans lately?
Shh. There's people in here.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I have actually. It's been a while though. I'm trying to keep it. The Zantara may be in here.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, they're trying to trap you. You
What?
gotta leave those caravans alone. Yeah, they're building some special trap just for you. Been
Nobody's-
wanting to tell you that.
Nobody's gonna catch me. Come on. We're good. You know
Yeah,
that.
I'm worried because they're putting a lot of thought into this trap, and I think they got a red dragon helping them.
What? Who? Klauth?
Much.
Klauth? It better not be Klauth. If it's Klauth, I'm going to be really upset. I'm going to go right up to Klaus Vale and say, listen, just kidding. I would never mess with Klauth. That guy's dangerous. All right. It's good to know, though. I'll try to stay out of it. Hey, nice job with the Giants. Gives you a wink.
Thanks, man.
All right,
See you later.
See ya. And you see him kind of walk out. Da, 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 da. The rest of the bar kind of falls back into their normal sort of activities and whatnot. Yeah. You're going to look for somebody else to drink with, Melton?
Man, I'm good.
All right, you sure? All right, you see everybody kind of humbles and grumbles and talks about how they were thinking they were going to make a lot of money and they ended up not making any money, and it's pretty weird that somebody would fall asleep and all that kind of stuff. So the night continues to be pretty busy here throughout the night. So at some point, whenever you guys are all set, you probably could turn in. And there's always kind of activity here. There's always people eating and drinking at all times of the night.
I think I'll go ahead and turn in.
All right.
Man, William goes and turns in. So will Melton.
All righty. Sounds good. You guys are
Stig
sharing
will
rooms,
too.
huh? I get it. It's all good. What's that? Stig does too?
Yeah, I'm gonna find that corner of my room and get my my water on.
Sounds good. It looks like they did clean it all up, though. So unfortunately, even though it's still there, it's all nice and clean again.
And before I go up there, I tell William to make sure to unpack my pack, turn down my bed, and have my clothes prepared and laid out for tomorrow.
I'm sure he would do that for you.
And William goes and does it.
All right, sounds good. And so, Stig, I assume you get the mud all together again and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some mud in that corner.
Sounds good. So you guys are able to sleep pretty much throughout the night, and wake up kind of first thing in the morning, pretty early. You can hear general talk of people walking by the room and whatnot. Nobody really messes with you all in the middle of the night. I think I already did a long rest for you, unless you cast sleep. But did you click it off? Here, I'll reset.
I did. I just click it. I'll click it back
That's fine.
on. I'm
That
good.
sounds good. And so, yeah, it's back in the morning here at the city of Yartar.
I'd like to buy. Forget the shops in this town. I'd like to buy some a barrel of spears.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. So I have all the shops right here.
We do have a cart to carry all of that now.
Yes, you do.
I just imagine this cart's going to be filled with like giant heads eventually.
I think so too. I was going to try to make a cart with little Kuatoa heads along the edges, but I just never had time, unfortunately. I will. I'll make one eventually. So they have Hasklar's Arms and Armor, I think, was one of the places. Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, gotcha. And so you want to pick up some spears. The prices here were at the regular price that they are in the player's handbook. So if you want to, you can get it. It's a huge town, so you can get whatever you need, really.
How long are we going to be in town?
That's up to you guys.
To the team. How long are we going to be in town?
Man, I thought we were going to stay for a day.
As long as you want. I'm fine with a day, or leaving today, or staying as long as you need.
Man, I don't care.
I'll buy a barrel of, let's see, 25 spears.
Sure. And you'll get a barrel, too.